Are you looking to boost traffic to your WordPress website? SEO is the key to your success. And the first step in boosting your website's search engine performance is to register your site with the Google Search Console. Registering your site will give you access to the tools necessary to monitor, analyze, and optimize your site's search engine rankings. My name is Daniel from Envato Tuts Plus, and in this tutorial, I'll go over 2 ways that you can register your website with Google Search Console. The first method will be uploading a Google HTML verification file to your WordPress account, and the second way is by copying and pasting code into your website's homepage. By the end of this tutorial, you can be confident that Google will have no problems finding, crawling, and indexing your website. If you are serious about boosting the SEO of your website, then CodeCanyon is the #1 marketplace for you to find the highest quality SEO WordPress plugins. These plugins can help you optimize your website for SEO more effectively than free SEO WordPress plugins can. CodeCanyon has an extensive library of the best WordPress SEO plugins ever created. With a one-time payment, you can purchase these high-quality WordPress SEO plugins and add them to your website. Not only can you get these SEO plugins from CodeCanyon, but you can also find a massive library of over 7,000 other premium WordPress plugins that are sure to take your site to the next level. SEO is the lifeblood of your business. Without it, no one will be able to find your site on the most popular search engine, Google. The first step to boosting your SEO performance is registering your site with Google Search Console. Once you have registered, you will have access to all of the most important tools needed to monitor, analyze, and optimize your site's search engine rankings. With the Search Console, you will be able to optimize your content, and this will allow you to identify the queries that are driving traffic to your website, and then you will be able to fine-tune your content to capitalize on the most lucrative search terms. You'll be able to register new web pages. You can use the URL inspection tool to ensure that Google has access to any new web pages you add to your website. By using the console, you can start driving traffic to your new pages as soon as they're live. In addition, you can also review your index coverage. This tool allows you to ensure that Google is looking at the most recent version of your website. And finally, you can identify and fix any issues. The Google Search Console will email you about any security or indexing issues it discovers, so you can resolve these issues before they start to have a negative impact on your search engine performance. So now let's take a look at the 2 ways you can register your site. The first way is by uploading an HTML file to your website's root directory. Let's start by generating the HTML verification file for our website. We will head on over to Google Search Console, and then select the Start Now button. You will be asked to type in your domain or URL. For simplicity, we will use the URL prefix option and enter in our website's URL and click Continue. After Google verifies your site, a Verify Ownership pop-up will appear. In the HTML file section of the pop-up, click the button with the download icon. The HTML verification file will now be downloaded to your computer. And now it is time to upload the HTML file to your WordPress site. And to do this, you'll need an FTP client. There are many free FTP clients that you can download, and for this tutorial, we'll be using FileZilla, which is available on macOS, Linux, and Windows. So now that we have FileZilla opened, we're going to go ahead and open the Site Manager. To do this, click Command S on a Mac and Control S on a PC. If you're connecting FileZilla to your WordPress website for the first time, then select the New Site button. And then a new site will pop up, and we'll go ahead and name it. And then we'll go ahead and adjust the general settings here so we can connect to our server. We will select the protocol drop-down menu and choose SFTP. From there, we'll type in our host, which is typically your website's domain name. And we'll leave the logon type to normal. And then you'll enter in your username and password, and then click Connect. And your username and password was sent to you in your WordPress hosting welcome email, or you can find it in your cPanel dashboard. So we already have our site loaded up on the left-hand side here, so we'll go ahead and click it. And now FileZilla will attempt to connect to our server, and we can see that it's successful. Once FileZilla has connected to your website, you will see a list of all your site's files and folders in the remote column section, which is right here. And now we can upload our file. So what we'll need to do is place the HTML file in our website's root directory. The directory is often the public HTML folder, although the directory name can vary depending on your hosting provider. For example, it might be labeled www root or WordPress, you can often locate the root directory by clicking to expand the directory and then double-clicking the first directory that appears. In our case, this public HTML folder is located under var, which is at the bottom here, and then www, and then the name of our site, and then here's the public HTML folder. Again, this folder could be called WordPress if you haven't renamed it. Once you're inside the root directory, you're ready to upload your HTML file. FileZilla's local column right here displays all the files on your computer. So navigate to your HTML file, right-click, and then select Upload. Again, make sure you have the public HTML file selected. And if we look in this folder here, we can see that the Google HTML file has been uploaded and it is on our server. Now we can go back to the Google Search Console and verify our HTML file upload. So we'll switch back and we'll click Verify. And we'll now see the ownership verified message, and we'll now have full access to the Google Search Console. There's also a second method to verifying your website with Google Search Console. This method is by copy and pasting HTML into your website's header. Like in the first method, we'll head on over to Google Search Console and then click Start Now. We will then enter in our website's URL in the URL prefix section and click Continue. A pop-up will once again be displayed, and we will look to the HTML tag section this time. We'll go ahead and click the copy button next to the meta tag. The tag will now be copied to your clipboard. Next, we'll go ahead and paste this HTML tag into our website. To make this process as simple as possible, we're going to download the free plugin, Insert Headers and Footers plugin, which will allow us to add in this HTML tag from our WordPress dashboard. So we'll go ahead and click Add New Plugin. We'll go to Search Plugins and type in Insert, Headers, and Footers. Go ahead and click the Install Now and activate. Once the plugin is installed, we can now choose the Settings option and choose Insert Headers and Footers. We'll then paste the HTML tag into the scripts in header box and click the Save button. Now we will go back to the Google Search Console page and click the Verify button, and then you should see an ownership verified message. Click Go to Property, and you should now be viewing the Google Search Console dashboard for your website. So by using either of these two methods, you can verify your website with Google Search Console and get access to all the data, tools, and analysis needed to monitor the SEO for your website. Thank you so much for checking out this video, everyone. If you like this tutorial and would like to see more, be sure to subscribe to the Envato Tuts Plus YouTube channel. If you are looking to learn even more, why not check out some of the other excellent tutorials that Envato Tuts Plus has to offer. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you next time.